a fellow Trinity High School alum from Troy's, Mayor Greg Fisher.
All right, good afternoon, everybody. Pretty exciting, huh? Kind of an unusual feat you did, Troy. Well done. Well, today's it's a little different, when you have a personal connection with somebody. So when I've been reading about Troy over the past couple of months, I found out that we were Trinity High School brethren, so fellow Rock always appreciates another one. But then this past week, we also were tweeting as you were getting close to the city as well, so we have a virtual connection as well as a high school connection as well. But it is really amazing what you've done. 8,000 miles, man. I mean, did you realize that when you set off from here that was going to happen? 8,000 miles. It's got to be a little overwhelming standing there right now.
I was hoping that we could make it.
Hoping we can make it. Well, everything starts with hope, and he turned hope into reality. And how do you make a walk of 8,000 miles? One step at a time. I imagine you were saying that quite a bit, just if we can just do one more step. And we talk about that a lot here in town. How are we going to get 55,000 more college degrees? One student at a time. How are we going to get healthier as a community? One person at a time. So it really shows the dedication or what happens when you dedicate to something. Take on a big goal like this, just one step at a time. So it's just really amazing there. You've inspired a lot of folks too. You've been in the middle of all this, so I don't know if you've had time to reflect on how many people you've touched along the way as well. And a lot of people you're never even going to know. But what he's taught us is that when you can set a big goal, if you go out there and do it one step at a time, truly you can do it. And then a lot of people talk about big things too. But I always say I watch the actions and not the lips. And in your case, your wife's case, your dog's cases, the actions really spoke loud and clear here for us. We really, really appreciate it. You're home. You're home.
Welcome home.
Couple things going on. World Fest down here. Troy, we'd hope for you to come down to World Fest if you're up to it, buddy. But
Are you going to drive?
I'll drive you, and I'll buy you a cold beer. You deserve a cold beer at this point in time. If you're in town next week, we'd like to have you as a guest at our September 11th event. Next Sunday, there's going to be a 9/11 event at Waterfront Park. Would invite everybody to come down. It's 2 o'clock. Troy took off on his journey to help the family members of all of our heroes that go out and serve for this country. The family members are back here, and they're hurting when their loved ones are away. The attention that you brought to that and the support that you brought to them, we appreciate it for the whole country. So thank you very much. So come out next week, 10th anniversary, 9/11, Waterfront Park. There'll be quite a large ceremony commemorating all those that have helped the country. I think everybody knows that Troy was a brand new recruit on September 11th in 2001. He had joined the Army National Guard on August 21st, so just about 3 weeks before 9/11, and Troy served in both Iraq and in Kuwait. And obviously on that journey, what he learned is it's not just one person signing up for something like this, it's the whole family that does. Also, Louisville Slugger. What can you say? It's interesting for me, I go all around the country, and when I say I'm from Louisville, they'll usually say, Muhammad Ali, Kentucky Fried Chicken, or Louisville Slugger. So we got a great corporate citizen here with the Louisville Slugger. They helped him pay for his trip. Doe Anderson helped for the PR along the way. The Fraser Museum helped with the ceremony today. And when you look at so many things on how we get it done here in Louisville, it's the partnership of everybody stepping up and doing it together. But we got to have somebody that we stand behind on that journey. Listen to this. Louisville Slugger, they're not new to supporting the military. Dating back to World War I, they sent baseball gear to Europe so our guys could take their mind a little bit off the front lines. They have sent over 20 tons of baseball equipment to soldiers in Iraq and Afghanistan since 2003. Wolves like it. Make our community proud. But Troy, you're the reason why we're here today, brother. Amazing journey, 8,000 miles. You guys brought so much attention to people that need it. We really appreciate that. So on behalf of a thankful city, to my Trinity High School brother, we want to proclaim today, Troy Yoakum Day.
Thank you, Mayor Fisher. We have another distinguished guest today, one with whom Troy met with in Washington, D.C. when he went through our nation's capital, Congressman John Yarmuth.
Thank you. Hello, everybody. What a great day in Louisville. Could use it a little cooler, but it is a wonderful day. And I had the great privilege of greeting Troy and Mariah when they came to Washington months ago and introduced him at a media event there and then sent him to the top of the Capitol. I know he wanted that extra climb. You needed a little exercise. I didn't go with him, but he did the very smart thing. He didn't stick around Washington very long. He got out of there fast, and it's probably a good idea. But we are so proud of him. We are so proud of all of our men and women in uniform and the great sacrifices they are making on our behalf. And Troy decided he was going to figure out some way to recognize the patriotism that they display every day. And in doing that, he redefined patriotism for us. And we are very, very grateful for that. I also want to thank Hillick and Bradsby for all their support of Troy's efforts and so many other great things they've done. Back last year they celebrated their 125th birthday, and I had the privilege of honoring them on the floor of the House of Representatives and took my big baseball bat, not quite that big, but it's 6 feet long, and it was one of the most popular things that I've ever done in Washington. Everybody wanted to have their picture taken with the Louisville Slugger bat. But we are here again to not just to honor Troy, but to thank him for showing to all of us what a love of country means. Yesterday, Greg and I got to welcome almost 300 new citizens to the United States at the naturalization ceremony. Each of them has had their own individual journeys to this country and to American citizenship. And I don't think any of them were maybe quite as exhausting as Troy's, but it just goes to show you what lengths people will take throughout the world to become Americans and to show their love of the United States. So Troy and Mariah, thank you very much again for all you've done. Unlike the mayor, I don't get to proclaim this anything, but if I had the ability to do that, this would be Troy Yoakum Day throughout the country. Thanks again for all you do.
Well, without further ado, I want to bring the man here you've been waiting for. We've heard from him briefly, but now we're going to hear plenty more from Troy because he has a lot to say. And he's also going to talk a little bit about the cause that he has been raising money for. And we're actually going to meet someone who has been helped by Troy and his efforts. Troy Yoakum.
Somehow I walk all the way here and I still beat him. So, what a journey. I've had a lot of time to think about what I was going to say today. And I just want to reflect on how many military families that I've met across the country that are struggling. So many of them in financial hard times. And then I come across special wishes that just break my heart. And of course, I've had all this time devoted to walking so that we could complete this mission and raise funds to help families. And it was an awesome feeling to pass 500,000 raised just 2 days ago. Going back to my deployment in Iraq, that one single email that spawned this crazy idea of walking across America comes back to me all the time. You know, my good friend lost his job, lost his house, very depressed, suicidal, and it just made me think about all these other families that are going through the same thing right now with our economy. And I've walked through states where unemployment for veterans is 30%. And it makes me almost miserable how many families are needing financial support and help. At the same time, I'm constantly inspired by these families who come out and find me on my route, tell me how much I mean to them, and I keep telling them it's the other way around. I hope that this journey inspired you enough that you want to give back and help these families who have sacrificed so much for our freedom. Not just today, but for a very, very long time. Not everyone can take 39 million steps. It seems exhausting at this point. But I keep saying easier steps can be taken by just donating to an awesome charity like Wish Upon a Hero Foundation. We have granted wishes on this trip at an amazing rate, 60 families just in the last few months, and with the money that is still coming in, we won't be walking across America a third time, but we're going to go across America and help a lot more families. One of my good friends, Sergeant Pons, is here today, and we wanted to do a donation to help out his family. Sergeant, would you like to come up? By the way, I served in Iraq with this guy. Amazing guy. So on behalf of the donators who have been helping us out this year, Wish Upon a Hero Foundation, the Hike for Heroes program, we'd like to donate $7,500 to your families today to help you guys.
Well, I just want to thank Troy, not only for helping me, but for everyone that he's helped along his journey and all the lives that he has touched. He's inspired me and my family, and words can't express how much it means. Thank you.
I want to say thank you to everybody in the Louisville community. I got some really inspiring emails along this trip. People from Fort Knox. How you doing, Christy? The Dunn family, the Ohio Native Veteran American Warrior Society, which has the longest name of any organization. I could not have done this hike without the help from Louisville Slugger. All the sponsors, really, Modell Sporting Goods and Party City, are still collecting. And of course, on September 14th in New York City, we're going to find out exactly how much they were able to collect at all their stores. If we reached 500,000 at this point, without their help, and with their help, we're expecting a miracle, which is what I've been praying for. Also, I want to say a special thanks to my wife because she hated driving that support vehicle, but she stuck with it and she walked the first 4,000 miles with us. When I got kidney stones and was pretty much out of it for a couple days, she did not sleep. She stayed by the bedside. Went through all the healing with us, kept my emotions high, kept telling me no matter what, we're going to get to the finish line, and finally, we are here. The reason why we're able to help so many military families is because amazing charity at Wish Upon a Hero Foundation, and I want to introduce Dave Giorgenti, the CEO of Wish Upon a Hero, to say a few words. Come on up, Dave.
I've been following Troy for over a year now, back in 2000, I think a few months after you even started walking. And when I heard that he was walking across the country, I thought, this man is crazy. I said, he's going to do this, and I love the calls and everything. And so I was following you and following. And then early this year, in January, I heard that his vehicle had broken down, and I talked to him. And I decided he has to complete this mission. This is important not only for the military, but America. And so I gave him I call it the Hero Mobile that you see around with the colors. It's his support vehicle because he didn't have one. And then everyone thought I was crazy, especially because I didn't have a vehicle to drive, so I had to work that out. What you've done is completely amazing, Troy, and I am so happy that Wish Upon a Hero was able to support you, and that you've given not only a lot of hope for people, military families, but I noticed it on the site that people are wanting to help more and do more in their communities. And because of that, we've launched a lot of new programs, and we're helping a lot more people, not even just in the military families. And with your help, we're going to be able to help a lot more families too in the upcoming years. And I just want to say I'm really proud that you're a part of this, and I can't wait to see what you do next.
The last thing I want to say is, go Cards! It's no secret, I am a fan. And we'll give Trinity a go Rocks.
Well, thank you, everyone. We really appreciate you being here. It is amazing and remarkable to see what one man can do. And any of us have this within us if we'll just find our purpose and our cause. So I encourage you all to look deep inside for your cause, your purpose, because we all can make a difference. Thank you very much for being here. We invite everyone to stay and enjoy the festivities, all the free things that the Fraser is going on here as part of Founders Day. Again, thank you to the Fraser, thank you to the 100th Army Band, thank you to Mayor Fisher and Congressman Yarmouth, and thank you to Wish Upon a Hero. And most of all, thank you to Marika and Troy.
Awesome. Hey guys, this is Krista from the Fraser Museum. This event we're at is called Founders Day. Well, I want to introduce you to our founder right here, Mr. Owsley Brown Fraser. Please welcome him. He is definitely one of this community's and this region's great philanthropists, and he's the reason that Louisville is such a great place to live and why we have this wonderful institution called the Fraser History Museum. So thank you for being here today, Mr. Fraser. Now it's time for the shameless plug, since we've got everybody's attention. We've got this thing called the Lego Mona Lisa. Have you guys heard about this? We're raffling it off, and we're actually selling tickets for a little while.